She was the villain. She was the third person in the marriage. She needed to rehabilitate her image.
A shocking story has taken over the news, one that feels like it's out of a movie. People are saying that Queen Camilla and King Charles have been blamed for Princess Diana's death. For years, many have wondered what really happened to Princess Diana, a kind and beloved woman who touched the hearts of millions. Her passing left the world sad and full of questions. Now there's news that the King and Queen might be in big trouble for what happened to her. Some believe they played a part in the accident that took her life, and it has led to them being punished. This is a huge moment because it makes people wonder what will happen to the royal family now. The world is watching closely, shocked and curious, as this unbelievable story unfolds. Could this be the end of the royal family as we know it? Will the truth finally come out after so many years? The mystery of Princess Diana's tragic end has returned, and it feels like the world is holding its breath, waiting to see what happens next. The secret investigation. Now, imagine this. It's been years since Diana's tragic death. The world has moved on, or at least, that's what everyone believed. But suddenly, out of nowhere, a storm breaks loose. One evening, a mysterious video leaks online. At first, people think it's fake. It's grainy, shaky, looks like an old secret recording. But what's in that video leaves everyone speechless. It shows a secret meeting that no one was ever supposed to see. There's a man who looks shockingly like King Charles. He's younger in the video. There's also Camilla, sitting quietly in the corner, listening. A man dressed like a British agent talks about removing threats to the royal family. And right there, the name Diana is mentioned. The internet explodes. News channels pick it up. Suddenly everyone's eyes are back on that dark night in Paris. Could it be that Diana's death wasn't just an accident after all? Soon, more shocking evidence starts to surface. Old CCTV footage from the tunnel appears. Footage that was supposedly destroyed years ago. But here it is, showing a mysterious black car tailing Diana's vehicle. Whistleblowers from MI6 come forward, shaking with fear, claiming they were forced to stay silent all these years. One of them confesses, "We were told this was for the good of the country." Digital forensics teams jump in. They dig up hidden letters Diana wrote. Letters where she feared for her life. She even wrote, "They are planning something, and I know who's behind it." Her words send chills down everyone's spine. DNA tests, bank transactions, and secret recordings all start to form a terrifying picture. Slowly but surely, the dots begin to connect. And shockingly, they lead right to Charles and Camilla. The world watches in disbelief. Headlines scream, "Diana's murder mystery. The royals involved?" Crowds gather outside Buckingham Palace. People chant Diana's name. The world's most famous family is now facing its darkest hour. The royal trial. And then, something happens no one thought possible. The British government announces a royal trial. For the first time in history, a reigning king and queen are being dragged to court for murder. The trial becomes the biggest event the world has ever seen. Cameras flash as Charles and Camilla arrive at the courthouse. Their faces pale, eyes heavy with guilt or maybe fear. Streets overflow with angry crowds holding posters of Diana. Some cry, some scream, and some just stand frozen, unable to believe their eyes. Inside the courtroom, shocking witnesses take the stand. Former royal aides, once loyal to the crown, now speak the truth. They describe secret meetings in the palace, hidden conversations, and orders given in hushed voices. One of the Queen's former bodyguards wipes his tears as he says, "I was told to follow Diana, to report every move. I didn't know it would lead to this." Next, a former MI6 officer steps forward. He reveals secret files, proof that the agency was ordered to watch Diana, record her, and if needed, get rid of her. The courtroom gasps. The prosecution plays a hidden audio recording. It's crackly but clear enough. A voice, eerily similar to Charles, says, "It has to be done. She's a danger to us all." Gasps fill the air. Camilla's face turns ghost white. The financial records come next. huge sums of money moving in and out of secret accounts, payments to agents, cars, even the very hotel where Diana stayed that night. Every piece of evidence adds another nail to the royal coffin. Outside, the nation is divided. Some still believe in the monarchy. Others demand justice for Diana. Protests break out across the country. Monarchists clash with those shouting for the royal family to be abolished. And then comes the final blow. Diana's old friend takes the stand. Tears fall as she shares a conversation they had just weeks before Diana's death. She told me she was scared. She said, if anything happens to me, look at them. Look at Charles and Camilla. The courtroom falls silent. It's no longer just a case. It's history being made. The verdict: guilty. Finally, after weeks of shocking testimonies, the world holds its breath as the jury returns. The judge looks down, voice trembling slightly, and says the words no one thought they'd ever hear. We, the jury, find King Charles and Queen Camilla guilty of conspiracy to commit murder, abuse of power, and obstruction of justice. For a moment, the entire courtroom is frozen. Then gasps, screams, and even cheers erupt. The judge announces the sentence. For your crimes, you are hereby sentenced to life imprisonment. If the crown wishes, you may instead choose exile, never to return to this land again. Charles lowers his head. Camilla is seen wiping her tears, but it's too late. The damage is done. The monarchy, once the pride of Britain, is shattered in front of the entire world. Reactions pour in fast. Prince William and Prince Harry, once divided by oceans and grudges, sit side by side in the front row, their faces unreadable. Meghan Markle is seen comforting Harry, while Kate wipes her tears. It's a scene no one will ever forget. Outside, people cry, some in pain, some in joy. A woman holds up a picture of Diana and says, "Finally, she gets her justice." The monarchy, as the world knew it, is over. Global reactions and collapse of the monarchy news spreads like wildfire. Every corner of the earth is talking about it. World leaders come forward. Some express shock, others relief. The once golden image of the British royal family is now stained forever. Commonwealth countries waste no time. Australia, Canada, and others begin serious talks to remove the British monarch as their head of state. Some countries even vote right there and then. The message is clear. The crown no longer rules here. The UK streets are filled with protests. Some march with Diana's pictures, some chant her name, and some demand the country become a republic. The British flag flies half-mast, but not for the king, for the end of an era. For weeks, headlines dominate newspapers, social media, and every television screen. End of the Windsor era. The words stare back at millions every morning. Suddenly, Diana's story comes back to life. Documentaries air, new books are written, and old interviews resurface. There are even talks of posthumously declaring Diana a saint, a symbol of kindness, grace, and the people's princess forever. The nation reflects, heartbroken yet relieved. Justice has finally been served. Where are King Charles and Camilla now? So, where did King Charles and Queen Camilla go after it all ended? Reports say they chose exile. No one knows exactly where, but rumors swirl like wildfires. Some say they were sent to a secret castle in the middle of nowhere, guarded by soldiers, far away from the eyes of the world. Others believe they're locked away in a hidden royal prison, stripped of their titles, their luxuries, and their power. Years later, a secret interview surfaces. It shows a frail, older Charles. His once proud face now looks tired, worn out by guilt and regret. He whispers, "I thought I was protecting the crown, but I destroyed it." Camilla, pale and broken, is seen staring out of a dusty window. "We lost everything," she says. "Was it worth it? I don't even know anymore." Some people believe they deserve worse. Others think rotting away in loneliness is punishment enough. And somewhere, in the heart of London, stands a giant statue of Diana. Flowers cover its base every single day. Children run around it, laughing. Old women sit beside it, praying. The world remembers her not as a victim, but as the princess who won, even in death. And just like that, the story comes full circle. The mighty royals, once untouchable, are now just a memory. A warning to everyone that no power, no throne, no crown is greater than the truth. Karma took its time, but in the end, justice found its way. And Diana? She didn't just live forever in people's hearts. She became a legend.
Buckingham Palace, which has announced that the King has been diagnosed with cancer.
Can't mimic voices for love or money. I'm completely hopeless at it. I was the only one, so I think she carved her own role.
Dark clouds have gathered over the royal family. Queen Camilla, always strong in front of the world, has been seen breaking down in tears after receiving shocking news. A life sentence that changes everything. The palace halls, once filled with power and control, now feel heavy with fear and uncertainty. At the same time, another heartbreaking update shakes the kingdom. King Charles, already fighting a tough battle with cancer, faces a new twist in his health that no one saw coming. The weight of it all is too much to bear, and the royal family is struggling to hold things together. What led to this moment? What does this mean for the future of the monarchy? The truth behind these shocking events is more heartbreaking than anyone could have imagined. Queen Camilla's alleged life sentence. The phrase life sentence is usually something we hear in courtrooms. It's a punishment for serious crimes, something that keeps people behind bars forever. So, when people say Queen Camilla has been given a life sentence, what does that actually mean? The truth is, Camilla is not in any legal trouble. She has not been sent to prison. Instead, this so-called sentence seems to be a metaphor. Many believe that Camilla is now trapped in a role she never truly wanted, facing endless criticism and public scrutiny. She has stepped into a position that comes with huge responsibilities, and it's weighing heavily on her. The rumors started spreading on social media and in tabloid newspapers. Some headlines made it sound like she was facing actual jail time. Others exaggerated her emotional state, claiming she was in tears and unable to handle the pressure. But where did this all come from? It seems that many of these stories were fueled by the ongoing debates about her place in the royal family. Some people still see her as the other woman from the past. Even though years have passed since Princess Diana's tragic death, the shadow of that history still lingers. Some tabloids thrive on this controversy, pushing dramatic headlines to attract attention. So, is Queen Camilla really serving a life sentence? Not in a legal sense, but emotionally, she might feel like she is stuck in a role that comes with endless criticism and expectations. Why Queen Camilla might be struggling emotionally. Camilla's journey into the royal family has never been smooth. From the very beginning, she was labeled as the woman who came between Prince Charles and Princess Diana. The world loved Diana. She was the people's princess, known for her kindness and warmth. So, when Charles's affair with Camilla became public, it was like a betrayal to many. Even after Diana's passing, Camilla was seen as a controversial figure. When she finally married Charles in 2005, many people still refused to accept her. And now, as queen consort, the pressure has only increased. Public perception of Camilla remains divided. Some have warmed up to her over the years, seeing her as a dedicated wife to Charles. But others still view her with suspicion. The comparison to Diana never goes away, and that can be emotionally draining. Imagine stepping into a role where millions of people constantly judge you, compare you, and question your worth. That's the reality Camilla faces every day. And then, there's the pressure within the royal family itself. Prince William and Prince Harry were deeply affected by their mother's story. While William has remained mostly respectful towards Camilla, Harry has been more outspoken. In his book Spare, Harry made it clear that he saw Camilla as someone who played the long game to secure her place in the royal family. These tensions, whether spoken or unspoken, add to the emotional burden Camilla carries. Now, with King Charles battling cancer, things have become even more complicated. She is expected to be strong, supportive, and ready to step up in his absence. But behind the scenes, she may be struggling with the weight of it all. Camilla's role in the monarchy becoming queen consort was never part of Camilla's original plan. When she married Charles, there were talks that she would only be called Princess Consort out of respect for Diana's legacy. But over time, Charles made it clear that he wanted Camilla to have full recognition as his queen. When Queen Elizabeth passed away in 2022, Camilla officially stepped into the role. But with that title came massive responsibilities. She is now expected to support the king, attend royal events, and uphold the image of the monarchy. Her transition from Duchess of Cornwall to Queen Consort was not an easy one. People still criticized her, questioned her worth, and compared her to Diana. She had to work extra hard to prove herself. Even now, she faces backlash whenever she makes a public appearance. Some believe she is undeserving of the title, while others feel she has earned her place. The question remains, does she feel trapped in this role? Some insiders suggest that Camilla never truly wanted this level of attention. She was comfortable staying in the background, but now, with Charles's health crisis, she is being pushed into a more central position. And with every move she makes, the world is watching. King Charles's cancer update. Just when the world was adjusting to the idea of Charles as king, shocking news came out. He had been diagnosed with cancer. The announcement was made by Buckingham Palace, but they did not reveal what type of cancer he has. All they confirmed was that it is not prostate cancer. The news left many people concerned. Charles is in his mid-70s, and health issues at this stage can be serious. He has already started treatment, but the palace has kept many details private. Medical experts have weighed in, saying that early detection is key, but without more information, it's hard to predict his recovery. The big question now is, how is the royal family handling this? How the royal family is reacting? Camilla has been by Charles's side, attending to royal duties while also supporting him behind closed doors. Some reports suggest that she has been under immense stress, trying to balance everything at once. Prince William has stepped up in his father's absence. As the next in line for the throne, he has taken on more responsibilities. His focus is not just on his father's health, but also on keeping the monarchy stable. And what about Prince Harry? His reaction has been one of the biggest talking points. After years of tension with the royal family, he made a quick trip to the UK after hearing about his father's condition. But the visit was short, and there was no sign of deep reconciliation. Many wonder if this crisis will bring the family closer, or if the distance will remain. The future of the monarchy, amidst health concerns. If King Charles's health worsens, what happens next? The answer is clear. Prince William is next in line, but is he ready? Many believe he has been preparing for this role his entire life. He is respected, responsible, and has the public's support. But stepping into the role of king is not easy, and with his father's illness, he may have to take on more leadership sooner than expected. The monarchy itself is at a crossroads. Public opinion about the royal family is changing. Some people still love and support them, while others question whether the monarchy should continue at all. Charles' illness and Camilla's struggles only add to the uncertainty. For now, the world watches and waits. Will Charles recover? Will Camilla find strength in her role? And will this crisis bring the family together or tear them apart? The royal family is facing one of its darkest moments, and the future has never felt more uncertain. With Queen Camilla in tears and King Charles's health hanging in the balance, the world is left wondering, what happens next? As more details unfold, this story is far from over. Breaking news. Princess Catherine dropping royal truth bombs that nobody saw coming. The royal family is in complete chaos. The monarchy civil war is erupting before our very eyes. She spoke. No sugarcoating, no diplomatic phrasing, not even a hint of that famous royal restraint. Kate Middleton has finally revealed why everyone in Britain seems to hate Queen Camilla, and her words are sending shockwaves through Buckingham Palace. Why is this confession causing such chaos? Because these bitter truths come from the most tight-lipped, protocol-following royal of them all. Oh, and royal insiders are now involved, reportedly scrambling to contain this PR nightmare that could turn the monarchy upside down just months into King Charles's reign. So what exactly did Kate say about her stepmother-in-law that has the internet losing its collective mind? Why is she suddenly breaking ranks and speaking out after years of perfect royal behavior? Stick around. The royalty is scalding hot. But first, smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss a single update in this unprecedented royal family meltdown. Did you just subscribe? Perfect timing. Let's dive into this royal bombshell. It all went down at what should have been a routine charity appearance. Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, was visiting a children's hospital in London, the kind of engagement she's done hundreds of times without incident. But this time, something was different. After the official photos and the polite conversations, Kate was caught on a hot mic speaking to one of the hospital trustees. Yeah, she really had no idea she was being recorded. Just raw, unfiltered royal frustration. In the recording, which has now been viewed over 20 million times online, Kate can be heard saying, "The public sees exactly what we see behind closed doors." Camilla has never tried to fit in with the family. It's always been about her position, her title, but that was just the beginning. Kate continued, "William and I have tried for years to make it work, but she undermines us at every turn. The stories in the press about me, about my children, they're coming from somewhere, and it's not hard to figure out where." When the trustee apparently asked about King Charles's role in all this, Kate's response was even more shocking. "He's blinded by his feelings for her. Always has been. The rest of us just have to navigate around her and minimize the damage she does to the institution." But the most explosive comment came at the end. "Diana warned everyone years ago and no one listened. Now we're all paying the price for that mistake. The public has always seen through her, even when the family couldn't." Diana warned everyone? Those words instantly connected with millions of people who've never forgotten the People's Princess, or how Camilla was characterized in that famous Panorama interview. Royal commentators didn't mince words. Their analysis points to decades of simmering resentment, deep institutional dysfunction, and confirmation of what the public has suspected all along. Translation: Kate just verified that Camilla is exactly who Diana said she was all those years ago. And as if that wasn't explosive enough, body language experts started analyzing years of footage showing Kate and Camilla at the same events. You heard that right. According to these experts, the signs of tension were hiding in plain sight for years. The stiff smiles, the distance maintained at public events, the subtle ways Kate would position herself away from Camilla in official photos. Remember how Kate was absent from several events where Camilla played a central role earlier this year? Yeah, explanations about scheduling conflicts don't sound so convincing anymore. And guess what? As soon as that audio leaked, Kate vanished from public view. No one saw this coming. One day she's at a hospital visit, and the next, gone. No scheduled appearances, no statements, not even a carefully worded clarification through royal channels. According to sources close to the Wales family, Kate has retreated to her parents' home in Bucklebury with her children. And this wasn't some planned family visit. Insiders say King Charles is incandescent with rage and ordered an immediate investigation into how the recording leaked, while Queen Camilla is reportedly devastated and humiliated by the public confirmation of her unpopularity, the hot mic recording, the immediate royal retreat, the lack of denial from any official channels. It was all too perfect. So what's really happening? Some say William is standing firmly by Kate's side, creating the biggest royal division since Harry and Meghan's departure. Others say emergency family meetings have been called to prevent complete collapse of the monarchy's public image. What's clear? This candid moment has stripped away decades of carefully constructed royal facades. And social media? Oh, it's completely imploding. As the recording spread, hashtags started trending worldwide. Kate spills the truth. Josh Camilla exposed. Diana was right. One viral tweet with over 3 million likes read, "Kate Middleton did more for Diana's legacy in 60 seconds than the royal family has done in 25 years. Another said, "The People's Princess defending the memory of the People's Princess." Poetry. Critics are calling this the final nail in Camilla's PR rehabilitation coffin. Royal experts argue that this recording confirms what polls have shown for years, that the British public has never truly accepted Camilla in Diana's place. But others? They think this could get even worse. "This isn't just about personal dislike," said royal commentator Victoria Ashworth. Kate is essentially confirming that Camilla has actively worked against other family members, including potentially leaking damaging stories to the press. That's an extraordinary accusation from someone in her position. News outlets are reportedly in full-on frenzy mode. Sources say that every royal correspondent in Britain is working their contacts for more details, while American networks are offering massive exclusive interview deals to anyone connected to the situation. Royal protection officers are increasing security. Social media managers are in crisis mode. The royal family is in complete disarray. Some insiders claim Charles is being forced to choose between his wife and the future king and queen. But with the recording already heard by millions, that damage control might be impossible. I want to thank Catherine for finally saying what my mother would have wanted people to know. Prince Harry reportedly told journalists who contacted him for comment. The truth has a way of coming out, no matter how long it takes. This isn't just another royal scandal. This is the confirmation of what Diana supporters have claimed for decades. It's about truth, loyalty, and whether one woman's ambition has damaged the monarchy beyond repair. Royal experts are divided on whether Kate's apparent honesty will damage or enhance her own popularity. There's something powerful about hearing the truth from someone who's always followed the rules, said royal author Spencer Montgomery. Kate has built up such a reservoir of public goodwill that she might be the only person who could make these accusations and emerge even more popular. Former royal staff members have begun speaking out, claiming this confirms tensions they witnessed firsthand. There was always a coldness there, said one former palace employee who requested anonymity. Camilla would make these little comments about Catherine being too perfect or playing to the cameras. It was subtle, but the underlying message was clear. Diana's former private secretary, Patrick Jeffson, appeared on morning television. I recognize in Catherine's words the same frustrations Diana expressed privately. History doesn't repeat, but it certainly rhymes. Public opinion polls conducted in the 24 hours after the leak show Kate's popularity surging to record highs, while Camilla's approval rating has plummeted to just 12%, lower than it was even during the height of the Diana scandal. What makes this particularly devastating is that it comes from Kate, said reputation management expert Dr. Hannah Richards. If this had come from Harry and Meghan, it would have been dismissed as more California sniping. But Kate has been the model royal, dutiful, dignified, and discreet. When she speaks, people listen. Palace staff report that King Charles has been forced to cancel several engagements as he attempts to manage this family crisis. He's trapped between his wife and his heir, said one insider. It's exactly the kind of scenario the monarchy has tried to avoid since the War of the Roses. Whether Buckingham Palace eventually addresses this crisis or continues its telling silence, this moment has already fundamentally changed public perception of royal dynamics. The recording can't be unheard, the accusations can't be dismissed, and now the world is watching as the fairy tale image of royal unity crumbles in real time. Will Kate eventually return to royal duties or maintain her distance from Queen Camilla? Will Charles be forced to sideline his wife to protect the institution's future? And will the British public finally get the acknowledgement many have wanted for decades, that Diana was right all along? According to reputation experts, if the royal family doesn't manage this crisis effectively, the damage to the institution could be irreparable in certain segments of the population. This isn't just about personal relationships, said constitutional expert Professor Malcolm Thornbridge. The monarchy functions on public support. If the Queen Consort has lost public confidence and is creating division within the family itself, it raises serious questions about the stability of the institution. Sources close to Princess Anne claim she's attempting to mediate between the factions, with one insider reporting, Anne has always been pragmatic. She's telling everyone to put their personal feelings aside and think about the damage this does to an already fragile monarchy. Palace insiders report that Prince William is facing the most difficult position of all. He's caught between loyalty to his wife, respect for his father, and duty to the institution he'll one day lead. It's an impossible triangle. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and don't miss what happens next in this unfolding royal drama, because this isn't just tabloid gossip. This is potentially redefining the British monarchy for generations to come.